JCZ step up to the plate this time around, because all three
The bunnies
of those
said
players,
dude, the bunnies cast.
quiet.
Bunnies cast with predictions this one, because that bunny said MiBR.
Having a big game coming out from RGL,
It's not
for
looking
example,
great,
on the
but
smokes.
let's see. Let's see if the
That might
nubs
make
are
all the
out.
difference.
Need something to turn it around.
Important pistol, Frenzy. Talon on defense, MiBR on attack. Let's see how aggro they go.
Already leading the series, and wow, what a beginning! Just as we were talking about it, Garner's just setting us off on a great path. I mean, these 2 kills that he's claimed, the Spike is out of position now on top of it, and you're gonna have to be relying on Frozen with his late lurk down drop to try and bail them out.
Garner is just straight up diffing the MiBR players.
He's playing without a care in the world.
The Spike is in such a treacherous position.
Yeah, this is such a rough round already.
It's not like FRZ can do too much about it either. He really does need to be creating some pressure, because I mean, there's 3 players just staring at the Spike.
Let's see Sushi Boy's playing that anti-flash position with JCC still alive. One flash available, a deep smoke to see if they can reclaim this one. Stun.
Dude, what's going on?
Buys him a bit of
Been in the
space.
smoke for ages.
Okay.
Wow.
Exchange of spike here before Ox. Oh, the call's been made, and well, just about misses the shot there.
It looked like it was good.
Okay, this one's
I
kind of
could've sworn
doable.
that Fox's crosshair was on the head.
Should know once the trip gets shot as well. They definitely know.
And all of this,
Good
all
amount
the
of
stuff that
space
FRZ
taken.
was
Oh
doing
my
earlier in
goodness,
the
they're going to
round
say there's
now
no
might
one
pay
spawn. They should know
dividends.
this.
It wasn't
They should pretty
necessarily
much
to
know
help
they're
the
all
rest of
coming
the
up.
team, but he's in a position now where he's got a nasty
Nice
backstab
smoke.
spot potentially.
Staying alive, but the fight has already been taken, and now
Oh,
needs to get a move
how's
on,
there
but
no
he's
bullets
open to not
connecting
doing
here?
the job.
Oh, he's way too late.
And it is completely not planted for him. Right round the corner. And all Talon have to do is hold it with a double face. 2 will fall, but ultimately the round will go their way.
Nearer to a Cypher ult, but Talon do take this one.
Yeah, the crowd are happy about that one. But
MiBR in terms of
I don't know if
recovery
they've
there
looked at
wasn't too
scoreline.
bad. But
Talon taking that pistol and all sorts of miscoordination there from MiBR. The trade.
damn, 14
non-existent,
HP.
To be honest, isn't it?
Did we
Garner
swung
just
and
tried
instead
to
of
block
firing the
both those
bullets we
players off
decided
while
to
they're distracted
stun?
by the
It didn't
turret,
look too bad from
and
that view
he's got
actually.
a stun bolt in his hand.
One of the things I was most impressed with, actually, looking at MiBR coming into this tournament, was I think how well they reacted off of information. There was zero hesitancy at times, but so far it feels like Talon are the team that are doing all
Nice flash out
I agree.
for them to just instantly take underpass. That's kind of cool. That's actually really cool. They do a double and then they can duel this. Hey, that's a good sign. Nice run from Talon at the moment. I like what I saw here. Good overwhelm. That's very hard to retake. Okay. Maybe go away with something here. Not looking too bad in terms of MiBR. They do have someone watching this. They did have someone watching this. Not anymore.
Maybe just overthinking the usual game plan. It's a lurk from Heat, but doesn't nail a single shot. Inspector, not the job.
These players in drop.
Keep an eye on. Yeah, I was going to say.
Dead to the flank. Yeah, and it is.
Pretty tight squeeze there. The spike's going to be dropped down. So the eco round mopped up easily enough.
Not too bad for an MiBR eco, to be honest. 2 kills, 1 person loses armor.
Fairly evenly distributed from Talon.
Good reactions from Talon though. They're looking very nice. This little B thing they had where they smoked here, they have a flash over. The neon instantly gets to like this angle, and then this person swings. I think it's. They're gonna do it again, and this might work well to get them a kill. Let's see.
This is going to be an aggressive defense a lot of the time.
Brim's holding pretty far back with it. This B take that they're about to do here, I'm pretty sure it's really nice. This flash over, neon goes to here, and then they kind of duel when they get out. And there's a stun that goes here. Hey, that's very good. Okay, MiBR buy into this one. Bonus round so far from Talon. Stacking orbs on the KO on attack.
And I like how fluid they are.
4 people here for Talon.
To take Arcade after they lost tree control. Really decisive.
Has been pushed back though by that utility crew as well. Lays down to Stimmy. I feel like
that's going to shoot fast.
This, rope angle,
this gun with a stim pack is crazy. Well, that was very nice. Garner's the whole time in underpass, just buying his time. Dude, this team looks good.
Take the fight with only the Bulldog. Not much backup in play, and Heat just has to cower in the corner here.
I liked the game plan from MiBR at the beginning of this round, but the spike is still in such a dodgy spot. And these 2 players, FRZ and RGL, are miles away from the action. Sure, they've got the ace spike, but what are you gonna? Sorry, the ace sight. But what are you gonna do with it without the spike? I mean, it's such a mess.
Holy hell! Well, there goes the bonus.
20 seconds remaining. Just trying to contact through, and the angle just watched for.
This is looking rough.
MiBR honestly losing that charm that I think that they had coming into the tournament. You know, we previewing them in their game against Leviathan, another team that's expected to be incredibly strong. They were going toe-to-toe, they were making it very even, but this is a team that really, I think, just needs to pull up the bootstraps at some point.
I think they lack that decisive nature. They're trying to implement too many stops into their play on the attack side.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both at the moment from what I'm seeing, but Talon are doing some cool stuff.
They paused for too long. They allowed Talon to retake that area of the map, drop the spike in a horrible spot.
They now fake the B pressure and they go aggro onto the top. This is cool.
There wasn't that sense of urgency.
And remember, it's been a long time since Murray's has been in this position as the IGL. A long time since he was on the stage. Maybe things are just slipping away from MiBR a little bit, but on the other side of things, Talon are
Chad, I knew I was going to sneeze. I hate when you just feel it coming in. It takes ages.
Wall is going to split this site up, including that utility. Aftershock into the corner, Heat.
Thank you.
Open it up for them, but
this is so weird again.
Not out of drop yet. It's uncoordinated. Jesus, they just dropped onto the head of
Oh, okay. Now
eventually they worked their way
you have my attention. This is a weird round.
Effort. It was very awkward. No time wasted from Garnets. Drops down the fast lane. The wall's in play. Location going to be revealed in this one, but no one aiming to try and spam those corners, yet still the round.
Nice from Jazz. Okay, big round. That kind of snowballed. Okay, I'm back in now. They actually really needed something like this for momentum. They got a lot of upgrades on their guns as well, so this actually just swings a lot of stuff in their favor. So huge rounds.
Anchors just kind of got bypassed.
Yeah, very disjointed.
Really weird Valorant that we're being treated to here. Take a look at it in the replay and just look. I mean,
yeah, it's nice though.
JCC just lands on top of Cruz. Comical, and he's got players right behind him too. You know, the fast flank was already coming through at Dish at this point in the round. Yeah.
Okay, let's see where we're at. Money's really low. It's a big swing round. No, just for one. Just a big round for Talon. Everyone else can buy. We're one away from this ult now in terms of KO. So
it's the same thing that just worked for them on the prior round. So flash. Don't think that reveals too much. I'm not too sure if there were that many footsteps, but the space has been gained, and the fast lane can split the side up like we saw in that previous round once more.
He might be out all the time, taking dish control. Nice shot.
Great entry from Heat.
The solo swings, the short. That's how we're gonna play it. Just let Heat do his thing. 1 for 1.
And it is incredibly tepid, isn't it?
They have all these ults, and this is how they want it. It's so odd.
After they get that first pick, they don't decide to explode. They still are really tentative.
Just waiting around.
Trying to win the round just by getting picks, and everything's falling apart for them.
Yeah, if they're relying on Frozen to try and take some of that space, that's just not even afforded for him now. Ults are online, big ones for MiBR, but the time is running short now, and they're still contacting into this one. They could make it more reactive play. Yeah, I kind of like this idea from them. They want to try and push them and fight them. Stun the fault line to push them back. Flash forwards, pushes Murray's potentially forwards, but no, still just biding his time with 12 seconds remaining. And look at that, the orbital strike just pushes them away. You're running out of time. And a spike, well, in the hands of Murray's, survives on 30 health, will get that plant down, but
and we use the breach ult into this.
Just dropping like flies.
Holy hell.
It's so awkward.
That's one word for it.
Pressure does not always make diamonds. It looks like MiBR are crumbling out there.
Yeah, give me another pause. What's going on here?
Really unusual ways.
Like again, Talon are doing everything great.
MiBR after they got the first kill, this entry.
Okay, here we go. Now surely, yeah, surely use some ults. It's a huge buy round. You make them fall into eco. You're 4v5. You have some ults.
Time to plant here. That's one of the key parts of Fracture. Getting the spike down is so difficult against breach ults, against brim ults, this kind of thing. Against a Raze ult, for example, if you're playing against a different composition. But MiBR taking a timeout, and BZK needs to instill some stability into his team currently.
Because right now they are not playing like the quality of the players would really suggest. It's just so mistimed. Whatever reason, you know, we talk about that double-edged sword of the pressure when the crowd is cheering you on. Well, sometimes, you know, it just causes things to slip.
But also, MiBR as a team, they don't have a huge amount of experience in these kind of moments, right?
Sure.
The players that have experience on the big stage, it's Heat. He's been to a ton of events and performed really well a lot of the time. And the rest of the roster, the other 4 players have some experience or haven't been here in a long time, or for JCC and RGL, it's their first time on a stage like this. So all of the things that we always reiterate about these new teams when they get here, the inexperience, the lack of time
let's
to
try
gather
again.
us
We've got a
from
lot of
also
ults here.
Season 2. All of these factors are still there. They're still present. The crowd doesn't erase that. This looks like
Oh no, we're gonna go over. Okay, this can be interesting. I think this B hit from Talon looks good. Like this B tree control. It's gonna be a 3-on-2 in theory. How's the KO gonna play it?
It has found one of its targets. Counter stun with a fault line. Ripped across and well.
Yeah, it's so nice from Talon. This tree hit is great. Instant reaction over towards A.
Yep. Garnet has no fear, playing so loose, so aggressive, crazy confidence.
It's a good reaction from MiBR. We'll get straight over towards the site. We'll use an ult into this as well. This is a huge round for them though. Have a lot of time, we can have a good plant. We have Brim ult and Brim still has Molly if we have the after plant. So although it's 4v5, MiBR are in a good position here. We have one person fighting site. We kind of need to clear this so that we can do everything. Okay, we use the Brim ult to take that down. It's an important duel. Nice crossfire here. So much better rounds. Oh my goodness, the flash is crazy. Oh, what a duel. Molly goes down. Okay, big one-on-one. There's no time for this one. Very nice run from MiBR, much better from them. The really good thing for them was a lot of ults were used into this. Breach ult and Breach ult and Killjoy ult. So that was much better. Dude, the FRZ just did insane, to be honest. The fact that he got 2 here was really impressive. And Neon ult, yeah, you're right. This setup was nice as well. This like the after plant here was very good. But that duel was pretty much it.
And then Garnet flies through with his ultimate out, full blind as well.
Does feel though, does feel a lot of MiBR just have to have one individual though. Like it's personally for me, it's not convincing at the moment. But that I'm hoping that'll change. Dude, this guy getting an underpass every single round is causing absolute hell.
Garnet is already into a wild position.
Yeah, the game plan in terms of getting this guy under.
No one's looking.
Wait. Oh, the 1-2 play off Talon all over them. Dude, I love this. This is so nice. Their tree taking, getting person in underground. MiBR have to talk about it. He's killed them. He's won 2 rounds from being underpass every single time now.
And this round just demonstrating
damn, this Garnet kid's
lack of understanding, I think, from MiBR
nice.
of how to contain a player like Garnet. Garnet is on Neon. If he pushes out one area of the map and uses that tunnel, he can be in all sorts of spaces. You need to spread your team out more than playing 4-1 defaults on Fracture. And I think this is where MiBR are losing their heads a little bit and forgetting some of the fundamentals of how to play maps like this.
I knew this game would be close, but this is actually looking like
it's not a stage where there's any room for error.
A bit of a skill diff, like honestly.
Talon steadily claiming that lead in this
like I'm very impressed.
Potentially claim the entire series and send.
I'm impressed and worried at the same time, I guess.
Fast play just once more. Heat this time punished though. There were stuns in play. They were ready for some sort of action that was going to occur towards A-Halls. And it is a bit of a half by a round, so listen, risks can be taken by MiBR.
And this is where playing slowly and looking for picks, like the shot that FRZ just took, this is where this makes a lot of sense. You know, you don't need to group up and try and do something quickly. So or at least not until you have a player advantage.
Yeah. Right now, just working their way around the map, playing together here is 3. If they take this arcade control, it's just An awkward clearance at the angle there by Murray's up close. One pays for it with his life. No one's watching tower.
Damn, they
Flash being played. Easy peasy, it seems like, for Talon once more against the weaker guns. So 6-2 being that scoreline, and now we get to see MiBR a bit more money in the bank. I have these weapons. What plan have they
Never seen a single smoke make me lose so much faith in a team. Yeah, I know. But that's kind of why, dude. It's a real like basic thing in terms of that round. It has snowballed like in my mind. Now I'm just noticing like a lot of stuff where I'm just like, damn, there's a lot of work that needs to be done for MiBR.
I would expect something aggressive again from
I think I was. Do you know what? I think it's just because I was expecting them to come out swinging as well. Like they have a, in theory, they have a very good coach. This was nice though. This was good as well. Good hit. Much better. Nice dish control. Good react. Every single time, though, good reaction from Talon.
They're way behind. This is so odd. They flipped the map entirely.
That's so bold as well by Cruz. There could definitely be somebody here. The Cypher could have been in that spot. And now his position is noted too.
Yeah. Definitely not worried.
So that's one of the first times that Talon have gone for something aggressive. The north side crunch and MiBR have shut it down. Mostly off the back of JCZ's utility, who is stepping up more than he did in map 1. It's just been a little too little.
The percentage play now for Talon is to try and take these guns away. Obviously that full investment by MiBR, you want to make it more expensive. RGL Meister taking a fight, but it's
nice round though. I like their dish hit. Their dish control is real good.
Anybody will wade into him.
3 people alive. We do have some good ults as well going forward, so not too bad. 3,000 on top of this. We could, if we wanted to, drop the gun, use the ult, but we'll see. In terms of Talon's money, it's yeah, we're gonna have to have at least 2 back-to-back to break this, maybe even 3.
And MiBR's problem has
2
just
might be
been a
enough.
lack of decisive action, which they managed to find in that round. They killed
Is this
the
a
players
Talon
over a dish,
pulse,
and then
maybe?
it's fairly obvious that you transition into an A push off the back of that, especially with players behind you. In some ways, their hand was forced. Interesting to see Talon taking a timeout here, actually.
Yeah, they really don't want to make sure this
like what they're doing
lead
is failing,
goes.
or they need to take some
Nice.
kind of strategy adjustment.
Too bad though. The crowd have just looked like they're just constantly celebrating. It is mad, isn't it?
You can tell that the first Brazilian team is here. This is a home crowd, and the fans care so much about Brazilian Valorant. Yeah. They're out here in droves. The atmosphere is so different.
Yeah, it's just like a this is like a party for 3 hours.
To the start that they would have liked. Yeah. It doesn't seem to have dampened the mood though.
No, not quite. Happy to see the home country represented on the big stage, I think, as well, and there'd be even more.
How to rate the Neon ult? I think the Neon ult's very good.
Yeah, very true.
It's one of those things that needs some practice. Like if your tracking's really good, it's insane, and if you understand that you should just never really stand still, you want to constantly be moving to just one side and commit.
Probably an edge.
It's very nice.
I would have given an edge to MiBR, yeah.
But a small one. Not even a 60-40 game, in my opinion. A bit closer than that.
In my opinion, I was thinking it was going to be...
That comment's funny. Okay, here we go. Talon just used a timeout, and this is the first time that we switch it up, right? So they switch up literally everything, their whole thing. So just as they feel like MiBR have worked out that they're doing the dish control, putting someone in underpass, they now switch it up. So we've seen their default for like 9 rounds. It's got them a lot. Now we just see what their switch play is.
on the other side of the map now, playing halls.
Orb goes up, 1 kill away.
The important thing
from ult
if
here.
the halls players like FRZ take contact and realize there's a 3-player stack from the defense in halls, Heat is supposed to go and help them all the way
Looking
through
like
and go and help
we might have some
backstab to
util
put
before the
pressure on
swing,
Jippers.
which would make me pretty happy.
Can they identify what the defensive hold looks like, and can they find the right solution?
Love this, much better. Oh my goodness, so much better. Okay.
Through, and it is going to be an attempt of it, at least that Pincern Heat has been
Next duel is very
taken care of.
important.
Dropped immediately. Still MiBR
Gunner did great here.
claiming this site. The Rolling Thunder is going to be used without too much backing this up. It's only to try and clear
They at least
through
clear A
into
main, so
the RGL Meister can take that space
important
once
round.
more.
KO planted, so does have ult. Ah, that's a huge kill. That's the KO we're talking about, just staying alive.
It's a great kill by RGL, and I think it changes the tide of this fight.
God, I'm so much happier after seeing this round. It's so much better from MiBR. It's still not done, but
can't.
Yeah, slightly off when it comes to the crosshair placement of that re-clear, and now Sishu boys.
Yeah, they're much better.
Retake,
Great round from them.
Just needs to run away now. But MiBR starting to get a little bit
The one thing that they've done really well as well is get dish control. Like their dish control, their default to take dish control is great. And then when you get here, a lot of the time you can just XX. So I'm so much happier seeing that instead of just like the 1v1 duels. This is a great round. Nice.
The minute there to speak to the coach on the opposite side, Zeus, I think that's helped MiBR. And the reason that I say that is because you didn't see any of that hesitation. There was no early prodding for a pick. They just took the exact space that they needed, went into the site. Heat went to try and help his players, and yeah, even though Heat dies, they do end up with Hall's control, a good post-plant position.
There's a lot of input. That duel and the KO duel on the 19 HP, huge.
That was just like a on-paper textbook how you attack A with a Neon from drop.
Heaven, I think. This is the old. Who used to do this?
Really pushed out of position now.
Someone used to do this strat.
The staircase there of tower, but
oh,
not
fast
the shorty.
lane, shorty.
Not the shorty.
Oh.
Caught in the angle, and that is just okay. Look at the timing.
Okay.
Claims the kill. Sushi Boy's also just waiting in and out of these smokes.
There's a lot of people here if they decided to go a little bit faster. We do have a KO. That's...
Smokes are going to be fading now, and there was a...
Dude, I'm so worried for this Cypher.
So far, MiBR finding it hard to really gain any sort of space.
Didn't manage to get... Okay, chat, this is a worrying round. We do have one smoke, but they didn't manage to get this down, so probably going to see the extra smoke here. They might just let the Neon play. This is nice. This is good. Yeah, this is very good in terms of patience. Just let the Neon play next. You might even see an extra rotate here, so I like this. Okay, smokes come down here though, so we're actually going to have a Neon lurk. So I thought they were going to let the Neon play, but it's actually a Neon lurk, so we'll keep an eye on that.
The less time gets brought down, the less time they're really going to be having to work with. There's the Rolling Thunder though. Frozen tries to play close, tries to play within the safety of his cages.
This is the Neon lurk.
Oh my goodness. From behind. Now going to be aware of this one. Cruz holding the close angle. They need to just try and clear him.
It's about 22 seconds for this one, 2v3.
He does claim 2. And the crossfires are enough.
Not the worst idea from MiBR. Maybe they missed their window to plant, but again, Talon had so many people here, and the pressure was great in terms of their smokes and utils. So
MiBR not with a real answer for how you get the spike down in that position.
Yeah.
Not able to play the map, going for a straight-up site hit, and just reaching a brick wall.
It was an impressive round by Talon, really.
Certainly doesn't help when your KO dies off the rip. Muri's falling, no knife, you know, no counterplay to the bridge.
That's the same coach that Xersha had as well, right? So they kept the 3 core and the same coach?
It looks like a much better half.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be more respectable. Final round of this first half.
But the weaponry is so
Again,
good.
MiBR, their dish take is great.
The wade and skip and hop and avoid all that utility. There was an aftershock at his feet, but he stays alive. And the pressure gets relieved there. Just a smoker drop. That's all that was needed.
Garnet is in a position to completely crush this.
Just trying to take the peak there. I don't think there was any utility off of it.
Missed the shot. And now the question is, do the defenders start flooding into B? Because if so, FRZ's got a good timing. Can he allow this alarm bot to go down? Nope.
Okay.
It spotted him.
Yeah, it does spot him indeed.
But it's kind of okay. Drawn 3 people over here by getting seen by this alarm bot.
You could argue that this opens up a bit of space for MiBR over on the B side.
I mean, the argument's there, for sure.
Split evenly. At some point here, Morris just has to call.
Small windows kind of closing. 3 people now to hold this one. We do have 2 smokes, so still absolutely fine. That's a huge kill. 2 smokes going to come down now.
Kill with Garnet's falling. Grand scheme of things there for them.
Right?
25 seconds.
Okay, there we go. Smokes in. Do have probably going to have to do the Brim ult to get over towards the site. What else have we got? Brim ult to stop the plant arm berry. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Ignore me. Okay, we do save the Brim ult for the Killjoy ult.
Backwards, just goes and plays within the safety here. Tucks into the pocket, so they will eventually get it. But there we go. It's a common enough angle. And
Killjoy coming in. Brim ult should be reactive, ready to go. Brim ult coming in. Holy hell, nice shot.
Murray's taking a fight. Rather inopportune time.
Nice, good ult as well. Should help secure this one.
Finding his target. 2 players just trying to make the most of it now as Talon Again, working their way forwards. It's a flash to try and potentially reclear this.
Gave him a lot of space.
In his hand, to tap on the spike. The reclear off to the
Really
side.
nice. Okay, much better from MiBR. We saw some good rounds in the end from this. Sick half from Talon though, I'm telling you, this whole game plan of taking tree and putting your Neon in underpass, that was great. And the amount of, I think that was most impressed with this Garnet person, is in terms of just when, like, just the discipline and when to actually make the move in a lot of these rounds. It was very impressive. Yeah, and I think the kind of nerves and the pauses helped a lot, actually, make sure that MiBR could actually get some of these rounds, because I was worried here. I was really worried at this point. Yeah, not too bad.
Thank you very much, guys. Now it's a different map here, but maybe the level of Valorant, what we had from Talon on the first map, is the same. It hasn't dropped.
Yeah, it looked like Talon was going to run away with that half, like the casters were saying, but at the end there was some resurgence out of MiBR, and it looks like they might have been able to get themselves back into things.
Yeah, I think they did great to get 5 with you, to be honest.
With what Sideshow was saying, it feels like that timeout
It looked like a nightmare to play against the tree take with the Neon and going underpass. Again, I haven't really seen teams constantly do that. I've seen teams do it, but not as like a constant default every single round.
They instantly have a stun as well as his orbital strike to completely and utterly mess up RGL's
Look at some of these combos as well.
Can't make it out of there. The spike does eventually end up getting planted, but being as low as he is, Burrs gets taken down to the end by the Nanoswarm. So
Dude, it's such nice util. Holy hell.
And the just chaining of util together has made a really painful run here for MiBR so far.
Yeah, and the stakes are high for MiBR in this one. You lose here, you're going home in front of your home crowd. It means a lot for the people here in Brazil and for this team to be able to find something more in this tournament. And
it's still a little bit too early, as you, but
things were looking better. We saw
Talon, sure. MiBR, I'm still got some question marks. Let's see how this half goes.
They were gammoning Heat's life, kind of make or breaking off if he could get an initial play, and it was never really working for them. But after they got Bazooka into the mix, the vibes went up. They started smiling. It was less of this sadness from the team and from the fans, and they did channel that energy going deeper into this second half if they want to be able to come back.
Yeah, it's a lot more to cheer for here with this 5-round count.
Important pistol.
It does feel a hell of a lot more.
They do have, I mean, they have a good comp for this. They should be able to lock down the Neon pretty well. Let's see how they use the Cypher. It's, yeah, it is for sure doable with this comp on defense.
And they definitely don't want to be doing that in front of the home crowd. Brendan Sideshow, there is a lot of pressure riding on the second half.
Speaking of that pressure, we were talking about.
J Duplin, thank you so much. Appreciate it. New member of the Star Club. Thank you so much for using Prime Mini. Welcome in. Okay. Where does the pistol go?
You look over at the other side, and Jitboy was so quiet on Haven.
Pretty much just retake over towards B, and we're gonna have aggro over towards A main. Looking like they wanna go into B, so we might get a retake. There's a few opportunities for them to get kills through the smokes if they do decide to go for this.
Early days, of course, if you try to go through that halls section, as we just saw, but.
Underpass.
Bit of a pivot now from Talon.
Control.
They slow it down once more, and it's a bit of a reclear, as you can see, towards that arcade area.
So yeah, it's taking a bit of a risk here. Okay, do they get any kills from this? There is still a trip here. Yeah, look at them looking for it though. Yeah, look at them. Real slow. Nicely done.
Okay, spotted, aware.
Important duel. Nice shot. Did do good damage though from Fox. So Cruz might be able to get both of them here.
It's going to be cleared. Enough damage done that he falls relatively easily, and it's going to be that double swing dealt with.
Very well played by Cruz. FRC looking to re-clear the reflag.
Winning the important duels on site though.
3v2.
Yeah, there's a lot of tempo. The back end of this
we have no smokes or anything, so and it's an open plant, so still pretty rough into this one. Important duel, okay, should be fine. 70 HP, Cruz has to get an ace. Oh, there was a smoke down. Or is this his smoke? I felt like when I looked there was no smoke, but maybe I was completely wrong. Really nice. Okay, so they get a pistol each. Whose smoke was this, chat? I thought I looked over and saw no smoke for MiBR, but maybe I was just fully wrong.
And it should get them up to a 7-7
I looked
scoreline.
right as he smoked. Oh,
Considering
okay,
they
well,
weren't in control of this map for the first, I don't
that's,
know,
yeah,
9
it happens.
rounds, makes a big difference. And you see the Talon game plan here, broadly speaking, is going to be to get quickly onto sites and then play post-plant utility. There's more to it,
Yeah, because
obviously,
I was thinking,
but
like,
that's
it's not going to
big
be,
factor.
in theory, that smoke, but I just didn't see it.
Okay.
Right, nice. Okay, we've got a game on our hands, and we need to pay a lot of attention, because they have gone for the force buy. They did get the plant down, they got next to 300, and they're thinking that this is how we're going to do it. So this is a huge round, and we're... Uh-oh. What's this like? Instant stun. Nice trades coming in, but they do manage to get the site, but they have no map control really, so as long as they hold these positions, MiBR, they should be fine into this one. No one has to do anything crazy. Let them plant, wait for the smokes to go down.
I mean, Garnet is in the halls right now, but he always has to be worried about JZZ.
They have retaken that control, as you said. Now, players out in the open. Knife close.
Nice stun.
Fox really nowhere to really play towards, just trying to hug the close wall to make sure he survives, but he doesn't dodge.
Really well played from MiBR. This is okay, much better from them. Yiraf, thank you so much with the prime. Appreciate it. 2 months. Dude, good discipline as well. That was great from all of them. Especially, it's Jazz, right? Is how we're saying the name. That was impressive. Good util as well. And just like solid discipline. And now stacking orbs over to it. Okay, much better.
He's getting to rifle, and he's having an impact.
And now they have a chat. It's such a huge round for them to win with this many people alive.
So far back, forces these Talon
the economy is going to start flowing.
A great angle and annihilates them both with the bulldog. Excellent play.
Yeah, this is really good. So, 4 people on all right money and the potential of getting 3,000 on top of this against just the sheriff. So, if they can keep this really, really clean, yeah, they'll be in control for this. This is the knife that lands over towards A main. Might hit the KO. Does hit the KO. That's a good amount of info as well. You don't need to do anything crazy. Just stay alive. We do get to rotate in nice smokes as well. So here we go. I like this a lot. Oh boy.
Well, Fox, nice little angle that he was finding there from Heat. The util to push back out of tower, but
another duel coming in A main. Holy hell.
Fox went back for
yeah, Fox is crazy for it. Feeling it after the first shot. Trying to win the round on his own. Cruz now has ult, by the way. I'm pretty sure that was an orb.
Has to look towards in a moment.
Surely glide to the side, not really much
Okay,
follow.
very nice.
Easily cleaned.
Nice. Okay, really good from them. 3 people alive. Sorry, 4 people alive. What am I doing? I can see it right here. 4 people alive. Good amount of economy goes on top of this. They do have to rebuy some armors though.
So they've got a good delayed bonus round.
Yep, massively in control for this one.
And
we're seeing some much better stuff.
He's one away from that breach ultimate.
Does feel like everything's going their way.
Can they push one of these
British education system. 4 and 3, kind of close.
Dish, for example, doesn't look
okay,
like
for their big buy, we are going to straight hit. And again, this is the good thing with Brim is you can smoke off this, and this. So you can just split from just one position. So that is looking like what we're going for. There's, okay, 2 out of the 3 smokes. Okay, there's the last smoke. So here comes the split. Again, there's a big advantage of using the Brim. Keep an eye on the Cypher on site. Ah, much. This is great. Sure, that's fine.
It is a nice dodge from Sushi Boys, and he's still alive in the action. Orbital strike.
Oh boy, 3 and 5. Maybe what I said was fine. Might cost them.
Back away.
We'll see.
The time for a little bit longer. Talon not too willing to jump into the fray. Not when there's so many unknowns on that side.
This was a 3v5 though, and Talon found a couple of kills.
Yeah, Neon's gonna go
having to strain or stretch themselves. On Haven, so many of these 3v3
nice, again, just cutting sounds, just making sure that we could have done all of this, right? Could be here, could be over towards here. So we gotta go check all of these angles. Really nice calling. It's a lot up to Jazz, but he's been great so far. Has to get another one somehow. Does stay alive, his mate's watching the crossfire, so doesn't need to swing this, and can just swing off his mate's contact.
It's just a contact play. The Talon guys seeing what they can get done. What a swing by Fox. The stun,
oh, really nicely done. Okay, Jazz, dude. Jazz has been an absolute hero. 30 HP, managed to survive on that one. That's the first big buy. They're looking good to take this now.
It truly does feel like MiBR are running away with this one.
I can see some silent Famo screams there. It was
Yeah,
a great shutdown as the sight hit came through. I think
huge from him.
FRZ getting trapped in the orbital
Good
strike,
discipline
not
as well
optimal,
to just
obviously.
make sure we didn't have any
Bit
kind of
bold
extra
as well
swings.
for Maris to go searching towards Sands on his own, but how they dealt
Yeah,
with that.
much better. Okay.
Sight hit
Pause coming in from
initially
Talon.
coming through.
They have a low
Is
buy.
great
They're
because
looking at like
I think
roughly
where
that's
Talon are
the
gonna
main
run
money
into
on
most
most
of
of
their
them
problems.
3-2, so they can get an okay
Brett, if
low
we
buy.
wanna start talking about the
I didn't check their
compositional
ults, but
dynamics
they
a little
did
bit
use a
here,
Brim ult into this
MiBR
one,
are
so I
creeping
don't
into
think
the
it's
lead on the
looking
defensive
great.
side. And I think another issue that Talon have to deal with is FRZ's Cypher setups.
Yes.
The Cypher is really good at stopping the Neon from going fast into places. And it's not necessarily going to be seen with lots of kills, with lots of trap wires, but it's more so the hesitation that it brings into Talon's game.
Yeah, it's the threat of it, because you're seeing this, honestly. MiBR, they're dumping utility at the beginning of these rounds into the Hall's control just to push it back. Because Talon feel like that's one of the only areas they really can explore very quickly. They want to wade towards B, it's got to be, again, a little bit slower in pace. You can't just
Saving for the next one.
No,
Look
you
at
can't.
this. We're
And I think
building
that's
it,
one of the
building it up,
major advantages
building up the economy.
to
This is
MiBR's
looking great. In
position.
terms of ults, we do have the breach ult, probably not going to be used until a kill happens and they feel it's a good situation. So probably saving that for the next buy round. Getting another chance for MiBR to keep this as clean as possible and stack up some more money.
A little bit cheeky, maybe.
If Talon
Smoke
do find
stun.
an
We
open
do
kill
have
or
another
two
stun in
with
terms
these
of the
four
Neon
Sheriffs and
here.
Guardian,
Nice.
the
Cross
Breacher
map
has no
knife. We
answer
saw that
to
at the
Boy
beginning.
still holding
Literally
onto
hit
this
4, so they can take a lot of map
Nice.
control if they want to, yeah.
Laid across the
With
map,
that,
and
they're
catches
just going to
into
go together,
3-4.
go over towards Arcade. Nice from Talon as well, knowing that they got a lot of information
But
over
Talon-
towards here and they
Talon are pretty
decide
fine
to
here,
take the
just spreading
ropes.
out,
So
trying to look for
thought that
picks.
was good as well.
And I
Good
don't
reactions from both teams here.
It's not like MiBR should be too worried in this round at all, but we've seen so many Thrifties exchanged in the series. Thrifties, half buys, that kind of thing. And Sushi Boys has just diffused one of the trap wires over towards Tree.
Yeah, so
Looks
crane
like the other
pressure
one might
here.
be taken out
This
over
is
a
nice.
dish now too.
When they took Arcade, we put one in over
Easy
towards our
kill.
Underpass.
All the extremities really being
Okay, so we
watchful,
lose the
with
sight
exception
and the
of
same thing
drop.
happens again. As long as we can hold this, this, and this, pretty much fine for
Opened
this
up
one.
for them. An angle being found. Garnets, what is that shot? A start, another flash to push him back, and he wants to take the
Small
reflect.
window into this
Guys
one.
reloading heat.
Nice flash.
Flash as well, trying to play off of it as well. Fox is
Oh.
attempting to assist. What is that? Reset 1-2, one side to the other.
Holy
He's
hell.
still holding on to this Guardian. Could be doing some decent damage with the spike planted, but dropped
I'm
down.
nervous.
It's down
It's
on
good
Cruz,
crossfire
obviously.
from them.
What can he get done? And he hears him, finds him. They know what RGL is now, but is that 1v2? And this is
Okay, don't
clever
have to
play.
swing. No
The
one has to
discipline
swing
there
now.
by RGL, not to wide swing that
Nice.
one.
Okay,
Plays
nicely
his
handled.
life
Two of them
really
survive
nicely.
at least. Good damage though from Talon into this round. Both have to rebuy armor.
And it does get dangerous for MiBR, but
A
this
very
is the
good
first
round
time
from
that
them,
we've
to be
seen them
honest,
get a
in terms of
substantial
Talon.
lead. 10-7.
Still
next
nothing
round
for them on their
deciding
attack
so
half though. This was a lot of individual shots.
Foxy made them work for that one with the double Guardian kill, but I think they had this one wrapped up as soon as the plant isn't really for where Cruz is playing. And a much quieter map too for Cruz. Now that he's not playing the lurking role and just more playing where his team needs him, he looks like his
Does look kind of
former
wild there, to be fair. Okay,
self. If
huge
this
buy
goes
round.
to map 3, keep that in
Ults
mind,
for
but
this one.
now,
Ults on both
big
teams though.
clash
This
at
is a
Arcade.
good
Both Neons
decision to go
straight
super
in.
aggro.
fighting
Love
straight up.
this. Don't let them exec on us.
Going
All
absolutely
important
man
duel
for man
was
with the
this
flash
one
over
here
the
at the
top,
end,
but
so
it is
Cruz comes out on top,
Talon
looking like
ground on
MiBR
top.
might be able to take this one.
The
Spike
has
does
been
go
dropped
down,
behind them,
and they have seen it.
MiBR is an instant reaction from them. This is what I wanted to see. There's no hesitation in this play. Taking up that space on the north side, but a smoke's dropped down.
Turret just got removed as well, so dude, nice observing in this round. Turret just got picked up, so actually,
FRZ got a god time
yeah,
there.
FRZ
He
might
managed
be
to
able to.
slip
Oh,
past Sushi Boy's turret,
interesting
just
his
as Sushi
decision
Boy's
to go
retracted
underpass
it.
here. I'm not
So,
sure that was.
They have no clue that FRZ is here.
To be fair,
Unfortunately,
just having to
he's
clear it.
gonna
Yeah.
hear those steps.
Oh, I like this decision. Yeah. Steps got hard. We do have the rotate, but are we like baiting this and actually going back into the site? Yeah, we are. Kind of fake steps in terms of one committing, and then now they're going to walk back into B just in case someone knew about it or heard this. That was very, very nice.
A full player over there to put down the turret, it really sells it. Makes it feel like this is
Yeah,
an A-hit
really good.
complete.
And they saw the turret here as well, just to sell it even more.
And what
Holy
an
hell.
open
Nice round
post-plant
from
position
Talon.
that they can get.
That all came down to that extra duel though. I thought that I did from MiBR, just... I thought... This way again.
The first time we've seen that one almost just wrapped up the round for them.
And
has
this
a good
would've been
amount of money, so
2v2
every kill that he
retake
gets is kind of
at
important,
Sushi
so
Boys
this is
power.
fine. Ooh,
But as
small
it
window.
is,
Okay,
it's an
I
impossibility.
thought the idea from MiBR
Talon
to kind
once
of go
more
aggro like
coming
this
out on
was
top
pretty
when
smart,
both
to be
teams
honest,
clash
as well.
and a
There's so
great
many ults in
situation
terms of
happens. I think they've done
ults that they
every
can use to
time.
exec on
And
them
then
that they
also
felt like they had
finessing
to
a really
take matters into
crucial,
their own hand. Just got a little bit lucky.
4v3,
A little bit
3v3 kind of
unlucky, to be
moment.
honest. I mean, it just came down to that, just the fact that Mira's got the flash out or knife out. I didn't see it.
And push Sushi Boys into this advanced position, like you said. Cry puts down the turret and really sells it.
Next round, vitally important. Whoever loses this, they're going to be knocked down onto a weird buy, and there are
So many ults. They got 8 ults out.
MiBR, though, don't have
Yeah,
the
big
most
swing round,
important
but
two that
there
they
is
can
some
use
money
to
here,
deny the
but
spike plant.
pretty much just the most important round we've seen so far.
Should be Talon favored. The
Let's
question is
just
in
do
the
it.
execution.
The coffers are full when it comes to the ultimate. A stun, no command. This is where you see that tempo increased. Inside the fast lane, Sushi Boys just holding
an
the
eye on
one
the
side of
person
it
in
just
heaven.
case, but they have not cleared tower
Where?
yet. And
Dude, was that
what is
straight through
that?
smoke?
spam?
Yeah.
I think maybe
Holy
a
hell.
trap onto
Maybe a
Garnet.
trap, yeah. They
Whatever it
basically
might be,
basically they played an
They got the job done,
anti-KO
and
setup.
That movement is just far too clean.
Okay, let me explain
The bait and
something
switch
after
Cruz
this.
just cannot find a clean target. Despite the spike being down, what more can be awarded for them? Sushi Boys doesn't lose his nerve in a moment. He does claim the easy kill for them, but they need a bit more than that, and that might just be enough. Now up top is the tower.
Oh,
Flash
my
play.
word.
Spray down, but Frozen does again get that trade. And now there's a lockdown.
It's not a great position, though.
Let's push them away from the spike, though. They won't be able to stick this. Time has been bought. There is a crossfire now. He needs to win this fight now, locking it down. He was weak, though. Half
Holy
onto the
hell.
defuse. Sushi Boys waiting, and it's
Oh
a
my god.
but not enough done. Talon win it with the Red Bull clutch.
They
and
actually
silence
won
the
this
crowd.
round.
What a play! What a clutch by Sushi Boys! The timing could not have been more perfect.
The
That is
2v4, so
some
Trip went off
frustration
here,
in the
right?
clutch.
Okay,
That
good
is
to note as well, right? They
also
did an
got to
anti-KO
congratulate
setup
really
that was
to-
really cool.
you
Basically,
see
just
how
had
those
the
first two
Cypher
goals
setting up
happen
over
from
towards
RTL.
B, and they
And
go over
plus,
towards
he did
A.
a great
But
job.
every
He's
team
playing on
has,
the opposite side
basically
of
every
his
team at the
trap
moment
players,
has
so he
anti-Killjoy,
doesn't get caught by
anti-KO
both himself.
setups,
So the defensive
potentially
game plan there
multiple
really
of them.
did work from MiBR, but look at the reaction
Yeah, that's
from
a
Bazooka.
devastating
I
round for
mean,
them to lose. And they have
what
the
a
eco after it. I
heartbreaker.
can't even
What a
express
big
how
play from
big that
Sushi
round
Boys.
was.
Josh,
But
you
yeah,
said it,
basically
such an
just
important round
you have
to win
setups where you
Pride
just know
because
if
look at this economy
KO
now from
goes here,
MiBR.
our Cypher setups
Rounds
over
to work
towards
with
B,
in
but
terms
actually
of
sits
just
on A,
having
so it
that
doesn't
big
get hit by
buffer.
it.
It's a fault line. This is
That's
a
a good
very
amount of
risky
info.
play, but why
A
not
little
take
bit
risks?
stuck here though. Do we have
The
anything? No,
weaponry
his
is
team just
bad.
bailed. His team just
Okay,
bailed on
util
him.
is gonna be used now.
Dude,
That's
that
a
was the gun
discipline
as
from
well.
Talon,
Oh
making
no.
sure that they do deal with heat.
And Heat
Nice
is alone,
from Talon.
isolated so much more than Garnet is. Whether it's his decision making or not being on the same page as his team backing him up, I feel like Garnet's always got his team tight, filling that space.
Yeah.
And Heat tends to challenge alone a little bit more, a bit more of a loose cannon.
So looking like it's going to go to 10-10.
Can
They
MiBR
do have the
win
lesser
this round?
guns
They
into this
still
in terms
have
of these
quite a
two.
bit of
Nice fake with
good
the Neon.
ultimates,
Does
weapon
pull
in here
everyone
too.
over, so they've absolutely
not
owned
over.
this round.
Garnet
What is
just
this?
waiting his way all the way
Also kind of
through
giving
into
them
their
a gun
spawn.
if
They're
they
trying
get
to
the
watch
kill,
for
but
him. He's got it pulled down, still
There's no
taking
way.
the fight, he's just running and gunning, and he finds the 2 kills.
that's
Actually,
insane. Okay.
got no choice but to try and counteract it, try and take the fight. But it's the bait
Nice
and
round though,
switch.
sending him
He's
in.
bought so much time,
Thing
so
though, I
much
would have
space.
liked a little bit more of
He's
this,
an
maybe drop the
absolute
gun so we didn't hand
Not a
deliver,
care in
but
the world, is it? Not a care in
hindsight,
the world.
we don't like to do that.
He's one of the most fun rookies that I've ever watched on the big stage.
There's something about
Yeah,
this
dude, he's having so
sport
much fun.
roster, whatever it is, just puts that whimsy
It was only a
into
Guardian,
that
yeah, but they had
bright
the
duelist
Sheriffs.
player.
Still an upgrade if they want it fully.
Gotta be careful not to let this round get out of hand, but with the ultimates the Talon do have, the positioning as well, you can already see that Cruz is just taking the necessary measures. He's already just backing into their spawn so that he can just orbital strike if it
The
gets rough.
stun buff, yeah.
It
So
would be
the
great if
stun
Norris and
when you
RGL together
get
got
when you have
kills,
neon
it would
ult and you
have
get stunned, it doesn't slow your rate of
implications.
fire. That's why earlier you saw can't remember
Jibbo,
what
for
team it
example,
was. It was
now
one
only
of them. I'm
has
pretty sure it's
light
Talon. They
armor or a
ulted,
bad
but
weapon.
the neon
It's not that they're
stayed
trying to
in
win
the
round, but just try and make
stayed in
things
the,
easier for yourself now that things are locked up 10-10.
breach ult.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Okay. 10-10.
Cruz has got enough to drop actually as well for Jibboy, so I don't think there will be any problems here with the buy. But MiBR are finally back in a position 10-10 after a 3-round slip up where they can attempt to make something happen RGL and JCT's ultimates gonna be important. Looks like a bit of a north side crunch, although those B
Here we
players
go.
aren't going too aggressive.
4 people can't buy. It's a massive round for MiBR, this one. Probably going to squeeze out a buy if Talon loses
But
this.
there is no presence from MiBR in A halls. It's actually free game, and Fox has realized it. Look at this, just Knife doesn't spot anything, works his way in.
They get a lot of map control. Going to burst out into here. We do have Brimalt and Breachill.
I mean, JCT's not exactly in the greatest a position to react with a fault line.
We also have Brimalt and Breachill for the retake if need be. So there's a weird thing that's going to happen here. And it's like, do they decide to ult over towards site and ult on site with the Brimalt as well? Or do they know that everyone plays off site against Breach ult, so they decide to Breach ult here?
He has orbital strike.
I mean, he's so far in their spawn.
He has no intention of being caught by Murray's ult. Okay, so here it comes.
Here's the decision. Look at him thinking about which way do we go? Am I doing site? Am I doing here? Yes, we do here. Okay. Good from them.
Fox out of position now.
Holy hell.
I mean, Jit Boy's just pulling out an absolute miracle with that one. The old 1-2 punch.
Holy hell. No way. He gets those two?
Honestly, just felt like divine intervention in that moment.
What an insane map by Jibboy. He...
Look
I feel
at
like
this.
He looked a little lost on Haven. Yeah. Maybe that was just him warming up to the stage. But oh my word. These unexpected players are taking turns on Talon.
Chat, MiBR have to equal this. We're looking at 12-11. Most 12-10, sorry, most likely. Wait, they managed to force this? We've got to have a lot of Lighthounds then, I guess.
Yeah, that is just pure luck at a draw in terms of coming out with 2 kills there.
But I'll be honest, again, the post-plant game plan looks amazing from Talon. Yeah. They knew exactly how the retake was going to work. They had a molly lineup, you know, they have orbital strike for that. Their players are set up in good positions.
Yeah, it's because everyone like everyone's like
just because he didn't want to play
hyper focuses in when they breach order, I swear as well.
Just so he would have his abilities ready for that post-plant lineup.
And MiBR had chosen to play retake instead of challenging them as they got onto the site. Yeah. MiBR take a timeout here. We saw them have some success after speaking to BZK in like round 10, like round 10, 11, 12, something like that. They had a lot more success after taking a bit of a breather. Can they find it within them to push it over the line and take us to a map 3? They're only 2 lost rounds away from going home.
What happened? Interesting to note. Okay, before this pause, MiBR had bought. Pause comes in, they decide to go for a low buy, and we'll see if it's. I mean, yeah, it's a big call.
A difficult decision made by MiBR. Not spending all their money, instead going for the half buy, understanding that they have less odds of.
Nice shot. Might not expect he here.
Instead playing for that OT.
Does expect here. Dude, Fox has been opening up the A main like a lot of rounds. I think it's the 3rd one in my head. Ah, that's so unlucky, bro. Oh my goodness, you still gonna kill him? Wait, oh.
Okay, another little refight. Talon though are just far too in control, and the shot's just whiffing wide. Gunner's running rings around them. The door opened up. Pop flash play. Well, you caught yourself.
Okay, unlucky. Okay, 2 chances to close this one out. We get plant as well. It's an extra orb. Might come into play. 3 off. 2 chances to close this one out.
And one of the big problems with taking an eco there, Bren, I'm not criticizing the decision too much, but one of the big problems is that you don't drag out the ultimate from Cruz. That orbital strike for the post plan has just been hovering like a sword over MiBR's head the entire time. Yeah.
So yeah, they did low buy for this.
They need to fight them. They need to stop these rounds from being
They need to stop A main. Like they have to stun smoke this again at the beginning, it feels like. Okay, that's good. Do we have a swing behind it though? No, we don't. So the Weasel util will get out for free. Double smoke. Good luck for the 2 people on site.
Another stun down at his feet. That's an orbital strike being used aggressively. They saw players onto the site. They wanted to take the fight to them, but an absolute miracle. The spray down JC's.
Oh my. That's insane.
Frozen's already claimed 3 down.
Res is going to go in. The Neon is here.
And they deny the res.
Yeah,
Here
the
comes
stun
Heat
came
over
out
this
from the
one, yeah.
Neon.
This is a
Nice
attention
flash
to
on the
deny.
back of
Needs
it.
to be a big one, a
Really
flash
nicely
over the
done.
side. It is well supported.
Very
The
nicely
ball's
done.
open wide, and
Chat,
MiBR,
this
they
Jazz
stay alive.
is just keeping them alive in so many rounds.
It's another miraculous round from JZZ.
Yeah, it really is. Dude, some of the rounds he's doing, I'm just like, dude's going to get 1 kill. Like, dude is going to get 1. He gets both here, and then somehow gets a 3rd.
You can't ask anymore.
Yeah,
You can't ask anymore.
He's doing everything
Yep.
for MiBR. When Heat is struggling, JZZ is stepping.
Okay, one last chance to close this out. In terms of ults, they don't have any 1 breach ult away, right? We talked about that might come into play, so 1 orb away from that. A main every single time they've been able to get out for free. Trip here, nice kill. Keep an eye on the keep an eye on the Neon going real fast behind her as well. It's a lot of pressure. Nice trades. That's the Killjoy down, so that lets that flank happen that we talked about. Now, please no one overheat. Okay, that's an overheat. Okay, that's an overheat. Oh boy.
MiBR, they had an advantage, but it's slipping away from them.
The crowd thought that was it. They thought we were headed to OT, and now suddenly tension descending
It's
upon the
just
place.
an instant dampener. The spike's going to be planted.
Oh no, not like that. Surely they get the breach ult.
The breach battle all comes down
Oh
to this,
no, the
doesn't
knife's
it?
gonna.
They've both been so
Knife gets
good
shot.
all map. Does Jitboy find the timing?
Nice stun.
1 kill to really get his own ult
Breach
online.
ult's gonna
It's
come
really
out.
Stun working its way across. Rolling Thunder to push back that 1 avenue. Heat. It does connect. Time
Look
running
at all
low.
the util
flash
that they
to push
still
to the
have.
bet.
Holy
Once
hell.
more. The fragment nade. All the utility being used to just delay an
Time is
MiBR. It's a
ticking.
heartbreaker. Planning around the corner. The time running so low. It needs everything,
Damn,
and it will
chat.
not
That's how they
happen.
lose it.
Talon. They upset the hometown team, and they take it in 2 maps.
Okay. First of all, Talon looked very impressive. Like, very, very impressive. Out of all the teams so far, MiBR have the most to learn.
And you can see it all just landing on Cruz there. The realization that they are through into the next round, facing off against EG. MiBR sent home. Devastating disappointment. They made a run of it there on Fracture. It looked like it was going OT.
So close.
No, because I think that this team has better individuals than DFM, right? So in terms of like their individuals, I feel like this team is capable of a lot more than this, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially when Jitboy is also
Like I watched like
popping off.
some of the other games, people were just getting like outjawed and
A
stuff like this, but this was
phenomenal
actually
match,
like
genuinely.
them
We got
having
to see
a lot of stuff for them to
a
learn.
really even performance with Talon coming out, impressing us all. I was impressed by
Lindsay, thank you so
the
much.
game plan.
Appreciate
I
it.
was impressed by the individual ability. I loved the way that they were setting things up. And Garnet, too. Garnet and Jitboy, actually, considering how Jitboy played map 2. Both of their
Biggest miss